So I'm here with Kerry, Ellett, one of our dear volunteers. Today is Kerry's last day, and we're very sad, Kerry, that you're leaving us. He was here he was one of the few volunteers that stayed when we needed the most of the help. He didn't hesitate. He just I'm staying. So he's been doing everything here. He's always willing to work quick, to help. And how do you feel, Kerry?
Well, I feel a little sad that I'm leaving, but I've had a great experience here, and it's a little different than what I had anticipated. But I started with tours, and then it was basically whatever that was needed during the time when there's very few volunteers here, and our numbers are dwindling again. But it's been a really great experience, and I have a nice community here with the volunteers and the priests that are here, and now the people that are here from the kibbutz too.
And how did you hear about the Magdala? How to become a volunteer here?
Well, I actually came here in January of 2020, and I was on a pilgrimage, and I was at Magdala for just about 45 minutes, and I just really felt the presence of the Lord here. And so I immediately when I got home, went online and looked at the opportunity to volunteer, and I put an application in, and of course the pandemic hit, and that kind of slowed things, but I was determined, and I really was called, I think, to come here. So I pursued it, and luckily was able to come.
What would you I know you work in different areas, you work doing tours, you end up doing everything in the sacristy, but what would you say that it changed you? What's the biggest experience that you're taking back from this program?
Well, I think my faith has been strengthened quite a bit. There's an awful lot of time to pray here. And it's a great place to pray. You can pray at the Sea of Galilee. You can pray at a first century synagogue where quite probably Jesus taught at. You can walk on the first century roads that the apostles probably walked at and sold their fish at. And just the community. I think the encounters of the pilgrims when we had the tours going on, experience of sharing in an encounter with other pilgrims is quite an extraordinary experience, and I think that's probably helped me to grow in my faith.
Good. And what about, I know you're a great friend to everybody, you were very nice to everybody, but what would you say about the Magdala family, other volunteers, the community, the volunteer house? What would you comment on that?
Well, the best part is that it's all different ages. I was obviously in the older age bracket. We had a lot of youngsters, but very faith-filled people from all different ages and from lots of different countries, and it's just a joy to work together and to live together with, you go from, when I first came, I was the only one that came in on that day, and there were another 20 plus people that I didn't know, but they were very welcoming, and you get to know people, and it's, after 2 or 3 days, you feel like it's part of your family. So I think that's one of the things, and of course, Rosario and Lorena were a big part of that in welcoming us and helping us build community together.
Good. And Kerry, if you could summarize the program, your experience here in 3 words, what would you say?
In 3 words. Wow, that's tough. Well, community for sure. I would say faithfulness and prayerful.
Well, Kerry, we want to thank you. I want to thank you personally for your dedication, your willingness, your hard work, and for being here with us.
Well, thank you. And you too. Thank you.